Welcome back, folks. My Combat Channel News. You're excited, I can see it.
I'm excited because, you know, he came here, he came to the show. I asked him to help me out in my citizenship, and guess what?
Are you staying in the country?
I'm an American citizen.
Ah, in EHA we trust. He's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Arm bars galore.
If I move from here, I move either back to Brazil or to Japan. That's right.
Those are the two places you would go because of your background?
Yeah.
Brazil or Japan?
There you go.
What about Canada?
No way.
Right.
Not gonna see me in Canada. It's too cold over there.
Speaking of domesticating and being in the USA, we have none other than himself, the President of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama.
Hey, Ron and Fabiano, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Fabiano, you enjoying that citizenship?
I do. Thank you, my friend.
Now, you know, the Second Amendment gives every American the right to bear arms. I just added an extra amendment for you to give you the right to arm bars.
I want to see that paper.
I hope you like that. Now, my fellow Americans and fight fanatics, welcome to this episode of the Barack Down. Now, before I begin, let's get something straight here. Now, Volkman, what is wrong with you? I got the t-shirt you sent. If you want my job, we can handle this the old-fashioned way, and I'll show you why they call me the most powerful man in the world. This should say, Volkman, Mayor of Munchkinland. That's more realistic. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. America is still in recovery mode, and we need to ensure that we encourage growth in the combat sports sector, or as Mitt Romney refers to it, the 47%. Now, while our great sport of MMA is growing, we need not ignore signs of its struggles to sustain this booming industry. Strikeforce has canceled 2 events in a row, and the UFC canceled 1, not that anyone's counting. But this trend can be damaging to the sport. Now, from what I see, the main thing that is making the MMA world a lot less stable is fighter injuries and suspensions. Now, first, suspensions. Here's the deal, folks. If you plan to fight within 6 to 12 months, do not associate with Nick and Nate Diaz, or as we refer to them in the White House, the Doobie Brothers. That's what sidelined Jake Shields, or so we think. However, what we do know is it wasn't performance-enhancing drugs he got suspended for. Not to say he wouldn't do them, but we're pretty sure there weren't any left after Alistair Overeem got his hands on them. Just kidding, Alistair. Innocent until proven guilty, right? Right. And here's a big one. We need MMA, and here's a big one. We need fighters in MMA, not friends. Now, unless Joe Silva is using Match.com to make the fight cards, I suggest he gets Anderson Silva to fight John Jones sometime soon. It's a sport, people, and you have to please the fans. You fight first, then make friends after. It's critical if MMA wants to be mainstream. How would you all feel if suddenly the Super Bowl was canceled because the Giants and the Jets didn't want to take each other on? They say, hey, we share the same city. Can't we all just get along? That's not how pro sports work. And at the least, if not Jones, Silva should take on the Canadian Jean-Claude Van Damme, GSP. I can't even think of any other sport where this happens. Big Nog recently said that he won't fight Junior Dos Santos. I'm sorry, what? Someone needs to crack him in his big noggin. MMA needs top-level fights to happen, or its own economy will crash, and there will be more fighters than George Masvidal willing to work for food. Now, fighters need to be able to make ends meet in MMA, without second jobs. This is crucial to the sport. Look, Matt Lindland went into politics, Chris Lytle fights fires, and Houston Alexander works as a radio DJ on KPDW in Omaha. What's next? Carlos Condit's Muffin Shop? Come on, Dana. Take care of your fighters and they will take care of you. These are modern-day gladiators. You can't kick ass part-time. So in conclusion, take a moment and write your favorite fighters and tell them to stop making BFFs and start making MMA history by fighting each other. We need it. We deserve it. And at $59 for pay-per-view, I'd say we've earned it. It's bad enough that training, hobbies, and everyday life injures athletes and cancels cards. So the last thing mixed martial arts can afford is for the healthy ones to act like divas. Just leave that to Frank Mir. Thank you. God bless you. And if I offended any fighter out there, remember this. I have Secret Service, so bring it on. Thank you.
Oh my God. Like you need to add your picture with the gi on the back. Like you have picture of your family, but you don't have one of the gi on yet.
Yeah, because we know you're training.
Yeah, you know, I'm moving on up. I just got my blue belt last week.
Yeah, like you should have like a picture like line up with when you're changing the belts. And bring me on. I'd love to show you some of the arm bars.
Yeah, anything you want. I'm a big fan of yours, so come right on up. I'll send Air Force One to scoop you.
Thank you again. Thanks
Sounds
to
good,
come
yeah.
one more time to the show. That's great. That show how
big we're getting.
exactly. Thanks to put the
We
word in my
matter
mouth.
to people. The president on our show. We thank you very much for joining us, Mr. President.
Thank you. God bless.
We'll have him back.
Oh
gotta have him
yeah,
back.
we got to have him back. I hope next time he coming back with the gear and show some position on.
Oh, we can do a Brock down with the move of the week.
Yeah.
Great idea. When we come back, a little bit more show and your favorite part, even with the president on.
Yes, the top 10. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
He likes it.